everybody, welcome to the second episode in this series called The Story Behind the Song. This time I'm going to talk about the song called The Gardener. I asked Instagram again what song you guys wanted to hear, and that got the majority, so that's what I'll do. That song is off of the Ways and Means album / EP, it's 7 songs. And I'm like really glad to explain any of the songs off that album because they're a little bit more personal and a little bit more just not like I don't think they're as easy to interpret because of being more personal. And so I'm real happy to explain those songs, and I think they make more sense when you know the stories behind them. And so that song was the first song I wrote off of that album. And it was the first song I wrote. I didn't have the album in mind actually until after I wrote that song. And that's the song that made me think, oh, I'd like to do a whole album and series off that. That was right after I had written the Into Lantern Way stuff, and so I was really into this series mindset. And thinking kind of thematically like that. Thematically. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. That's what I'm sticking with. So this was the song that gave me the idea for the rest of the songs, and just to really quickly recap the Ways and Means, that album is called The Ways and Means, and specifically the ways and means that God uses to sanctify us. And the further theme in that is God sanctifying us by withholding good gifts from us. And the whole album is kind of answering the question, how does a good and all-powerful God withhold good gifts from his children? So I think that's a pretty common theme for most people in life. It's kind of part of being on earth. Is that you don't always get what you want, but then more than that, I think even trying to deal with God giving us longings for things and then not giving us the thing itself. And so I was dealing with that in my own life of thinking, why would God give me this longing? Like say for instance, the longing to have children if you're infertile or something like that. Why would God give you this good longing? But not give you what would seem to be just a good gift. And so that's pretty hard for, I think, most people to understand, and it was hard for me to understand it, even as I was working through it myself. And also just watching a bunch of people that I knew, my friends and family, go through very similar things. Even, people are in the hospital and you're praying for them to get well and they don't get well. So things like that, where it's hard to hold both those things. I guess God is good and all powerful, and he withholds things from me that I desire. So how can those both be true at once? And I think The Gardener I think it's the first song on the album. If it isn't, I meant it for it to be. And it is setting the stage for the rest of the songs. And I think The Gardener particularly is taking at the end of it, I finish with a humble stance before God. So the end of the third verse, I say, I know you better when I'm in need. And in the bridge, I say, God the gardener, when the autumn comes, I will not seasons fear. With the pruning, a branch is stronger. I will learn to love the shears. And so the theme of the whole song is just even the idea of learning to, I think, be content in him withholding gifts. And I think most of that song and a lot of those albums they were heavily influenced by the book The Rare Jewel of Christian Contentment. So you should definitely read that book. It really did change my life, and even a lot of the lines or themes in The Ways and Means would make more sense, I think, because it's such a good book. So excuse me, there's a burp. I think that's it for that song. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to hear more of the stories behind the songs, please let me know in the comments, and then also it really is helpful. A lot of you guys commented on the last video, so thank you so much, and thank you for liking, subscribing. All that stuff really does help me know where to spend my time, especially with social media stuff. Who knows what's going on. So I really appreciate it. And now I will play it for you. I'll try to get it so you can see my hand a little bit. I can figure this out.
So I could see a need. Why let me see it to take it from me? Oh, why let me see it to take it from me? In this sad hour at the end of each day, my fingers remember well how to point blame. So I look at the sky and again I will say, why let me taste it to take it away? Oh, why let me taste it to take it away? Now in the harvest my soul you will reap, dying and living in the dichotomy of a violent type love as it crucifies me. But I know you better when I am in need. Oh, I know you better when I am in need. I, the gardener, when the autumn comes, I will not cease in spirit. With the prune and a branch stronger, I will learn to love the shears. I, the gardener, when the autumn comes, I will not cease in spirit. With the prune and a branch stronger, I will learn to love.
Alright, I play that song a little different at the end every time, so it's always a surprise, even to me. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you made it this far, I applaud you. We who are about to die salute you. Little gladiator reference. And keep it real, everybody. Let me know what you want to hear next. Thanks for watching.